Yo, what's going on, crew? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Serrano. In today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Z Fold 3 from Samsung, and I'm going to be talking about how I became obsessed with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. And I'm going to be talking about the new update for the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 on Android 13, One UI 5.1. But before we get into the details of how I became obsessed with this folding device, make sure you guys stay locked in to the end of the video. And if you're brand new to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through. But if you're already a part of the crew, salute. But for you to understand how I became obsessed with this Z Fold 3, then you would have to know what this device entails when it comes to the overall build, the performance, the battery, the cameras, and the display. One of the areas that I want to start off talking about when it comes to the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 is the build quality. And I was able to get this device for about $850 unlocked with the renewed model because it was originally released at $1,800 worldwide. And so the price was the reason that I buckled and got the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3, because I wanted to try out the display. I wanted to try out how it felt when I was using it as a multitasking device, as well as the overall power. And with the One UI 5.1 update, we are getting a bunch of new features that have been optimized with this device, making it feel a lot more cleaner and overall a lot smoother. And so when the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 released, it was using the Android 11 with the One UI 3.1. So now with this new upgrade, it's going to be updating with the device when it comes to the cameras, the RAW mode, the actual tones when you take selfies for skin, the search options for checking your gallery without tags. It's going to give you more features for enhanced image mastering, creating shared family albums with recommended pics to add to your albums, a whole variety of features for looking at the info in your display for when a picture was taken and which device it was taken, multitasking, and a whole lot more. So let's start off by talking about some of the things that I'm obsessed with when it comes to the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. And so the first thing that I would have to mention when it comes to this device while using it and why I'm obsessed with it is the actual display. So when you fold it open, you're going to get a 6.9 inch display, which is going to look absolutely gorgeous. And it's going to give you a nice looking aspect ratio with a Super AMOLED panel and Gorilla Glass Victus on the front. And it's also going to have a really nice color range, making it very optimal when it comes to the resolution. And so you're going to be able to get some really good multimedia experiences as well as gaming on the outer and inner display. So the second thing I'm obsessed with when it comes to the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 is the features. And so this thing is going to pack everything from NFC to screen recording to Wi-Fi calling to secure Wi-Fi to Samsung Galaxy DeX, as well as a variety of features that you could play around with, like the S Pen. It also does have features like secure folder, enhanced processing, and different modes that you can use to optimize the overall user experience. And the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 isn't IP68 water resistant, but they do give it a water certification of IPX8. And so it's going to be built with some materials that are resistant to water, splashing, and overall a little bit of dust. And so you're going to get a good experience when it comes to the features because it does have wireless charging, battery share, some certifications when it comes to resistancy to water and dust. And so overall the build quality is going to be really solid because it has a metal frame. It also does have a nice resistant glass in the inner display, which looks really good when you're viewing media and just messing around with the folding mechanism. And so if you're the type of person who can multitask and focus on more than one thing at a time, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 is going to be pretty cool because you can actually mess around with 5 different apps at one time on the inner 7.1-inch dynamic AMOLED display. And so it's going to give you a full HD plus display, 2208 times 1768 5:4 aspect ratio with the always on display at 120 Hertz refresh rate. And so when it comes to the build quality, especially without a case on the Z Fold 3, it's going to feel extremely solid in the hand, but definitely a little bit delicate because it does have that display that actually folds, and so you get a little bit nervous when you take off the case. And so I do like using this without a case. However, I do get a little bit sketched out when I'm not using a case on here. And so I'm extremely obsessed with how the way this feels, especially using the display with one hand when it comes to the device being closed, because you can pretty much browse through anything on this device with one hand, and it becomes a one-handed device, so you don't have to use two hands whatsoever, and it's very easy to maneuver through different apps. So I definitely like using the display on the outside for when I want to text message, or when I just want to use the device with one hand, so I don't have to open up the screen and use it with two hands. And so it becomes a one-handed device with the 6.2 inch outer display with 390 pixels per inch with a 120 Hertz refresh rate, as well as a 832 times 2268 full HD Super AMOLED panel. And so with the inner display, it's going to give you a folding glass that you could use the S Pen with, and it has that really nice hinge with the mechanism that folds so it fits right in your pocket, and is very portable, so you can carry it around throughout the day and you won't have to worry about it breaking because it's actually pretty solid and sturdy. And so the folding display, which is a frameless design, is going to give you a really beautiful overall build and feel in the hand. So if I did have to, complain about one thing about the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3, I would say that it is a little bit heavy when it comes to the overall weight, because when I was holding this device, it was 271 grams of weight. And so that is going to be a chunky guy, especially when it comes to holding it in the hand for long periods of time. So I just kind of wanted to throw that out there. But another reason why I'm obsessed with this device is it has extremely good dual speakers that sound extremely good with Dolby Atmos, and it has a really nice refresh rate, good multitasking, the nice S Pen that you can use for this device on the inner display, with a litany of features that come packed inside the device. And so with the performance of the 888 and the 8GB of RAM, as well as the 128 or 256 model, this is definitely going to be a solid device that you can use for years to come. But make sure you guys watch another video in the left or right hand corner, and if you made it this far, type "I'm still here" in the comment section, and I just want to remind you to hit the like button, and I'll get right back with you. Okay?